Hey there, what is going on, everybody? My name is Chief Long Socks, and I hope you guys are all doing really fantastic today. So, guys, we got to talk a little bit. Probably notice no videos for 2 days in a row, just because, like I said with Easter last time and Mother's Day, both busy days at work for me, and also my girlfriend and what was it? Oh yeah, she just graduated from school, so she had a bunch of stuff that she was doing with the family. So I was hanging out as a good boyfriend does, doing, pictures and, stuff and things like that. And yeah, so that was all fun and dandy, but now I am back and we are going to try and fix the issue of not having daily videos. I do apologize, guys. I miss hanging out with you when we can't hang out every day. It really stinks sometimes, but we're back and I'm happy to have you here. I want to show you I did a lot of work on the little village and I think it's just about done. The only thing I want to build with you today is a little cow pasture, and that's going to be a really, really simple build. So we got a little bit of farms growing in over here on the side. I've been adding farms and stuff like that. Lots of grass, a little bit of a lakey area, a little more grass and farms over here. I've been using some coarse dirt to leave a little bit of open dirt that won't grow over. We got this. I built the new houses. I got this little round one, little kind of shed guy, nothing fancy, kind of not the best design. I was experimenting with different roof designs on these two. They turned out okay. I'm going to leave them though because, I'd like to... one thing I'd like to have in this world is like progressions. So like the first couple builds that I make may not be the most amazing things in the world, but as we get better, it might turn out a little bit nicer. I got another little like tiered farm here going down. I really like the way it comes down in tiers along the block line. A little bit of a lake in between it. So yeah, I've been a little bit busy doing a little bit of work, gathering some resources and doing that stuff off camera for you guys. So now I want to build a little bit of a cow pasture. I've been saying a little bit a lot, it seems like, in this area. Because we've been doing a lot of little stuff, which makes sense, I guess. But cow pasture, I was thinking about, like, I forgot I wanted to do it, really, and now I'm kind of not sure where I want it. Maybe we don't even really need one in this town, more of a farming village, kind of. It is odd that we only have one set of sheep, though, and no cows. I feel like cows might be a little necessary. Why don't we put them maybe back here, just to spruce up this side of the basin? Yeah, I got to get rid of that little enchanting station there. So I think we're going to put it right around this area. So that means a little bit of dirt is not going to hurt. I got to stop saying a little bit now. I'm really starting to annoy myself. You guys must hate me at this point. Anyways, I never really noticed. I never thought about this lava here, what we're going to do. We might just leave it. Natural lava never hurt anybody except for the jungles that it lives in and burns down to the ground. But we don't have to worry about that here, at least. Bam, bam. I'll fill this in with some dirt real quick. And then we'll line up the pasture real quick. And my head is itchy. Excuse me. Headphones. Okay, back to playing the game. Oops. Now, cow pasture, we're going to have to fence all of it in. Now that I think about it, I don't want it to be too square. Yeah, no, we don't want it too square. Wait, is that coarse dirt? That's dirt. Normal dirt. Perfectly fine. It's acceptable. Acceptable. Okay, so we'll do this. Get rid of this, and it's about to be night, so why don't we head over to the crafting area. I'm going to craft up some fence, come back, and we'll build the little cow pasture together, and then, guys, it's off to find the new location for our second town. I still haven't named this place yet. I'll have to come up with a name in between cuts here so I know, so we have a place to call it. We can put up a little sign that says, welcome to insert name I thought of here. But like I said, the second thing we want to do is find location for a city, and I kind of want to build it possibly into a cliffside or something like that. But, like I said, bring it back, and we'll have everything sorted out, and I will think of it now. Magically. Right now. Like right now? Yes, right now. Missed my door. Missed it again. Oh, good God, get inside, man. Okay, guys, I am back, and I built a little cow pen. Nothing special, just a tiny little cow pasture to add some more wildlife to the area. By the way, came up with this genius name by using an online fantasy town name generator. Hadensburg. Sounds good, right? It seems legit. Like if you were playing a game and you just like thought of like a little town in like a mystical game like a Skyrim or some kind of like mystical game like that, where it's like, fantasy based or something, and you're like a dude and you fight like monsters and stuff, and you just found a town called Hadensburg. Totally believable, right? So this is now Hadensburg. Welcome to the small town. It is very nice. I'm very happy with the way it came out. I think it's just about time to move on. Now, I'm going to have to move all my stuff over and all that, but I want to show you where I'm thinking about building next. So if we come up to this little hill here, That was a lot of H's. It was 2 of them. It's not a lot. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, right over here, past this hill, you will see the location of the new town area. And this one's going to be more like a city, I think. And you can see these big snowy cliffs in the background. If we get a little bit closer, they'll all render in for you. Not bad, right? Like if we were just right across the swampy marsh, we got right up in that area, right along where my crosshair is, built some nice cliffs and houses on the mountain, snowy mountain tops, a little bit of like grassy fields on the bottom. I think it's going to look real nice. Also, witch hut right there. Interesting. Good to know. But yeah, I think this is going to be the location of our new town. It's not too far away, so it'll be like small little first town, and then we'll head over to the first big city that we build. In this place, we're going to be spending a lot of time here, I imagine, because we got a lot of work to do to get something like this up and running, for sure. Now, it's got some swamp around it, a little bit of lake action over here. I don't know if we're really going to focus on that. I'd like to do a port town or city at some point, but right now it's just going to be more of like a mountainous kind of place, and that's the kind of vibe that we're going for. So I'm going to gather up a bunch of resources that I want to transfer over there, get everything moved over, and then I'll bring you guys back. We can start once I've cleared a little bit of the landscape. I'll show you some of my ideas. We might not do too much building today on that. We'll probably just do a little bit of planning, some example stuff. I'll build some like mock-ups of what I'm thinking to show you guys, and then we'll really get down to business in the next episode. But I'm bringing you guys back once we're over there. Okay guys, so I've picked out the basic area of where I want this city to be built, and now there's some snow up on the mountains, which I really like, but I don't want to really deal with it up here, so I'm thinking, I'm going to give you the layout of what we're going to do here. I'm thinking if we stick to the few lower levels right around this area, we can go all the way through, we'll have plenty of space to do lots of building like this, and we can come down to this grassy area, and we can go right through here. We have all this huge space to build houses, shops, all that kind of city buildings, everything like that. Lots of decorative stuff. I'm thinking on the mountainsides over here, we run like very low along the mountains, like a nice like cliff walkway along the sides in the snowy mountains, something like that. And I'm thinking that's going to look really cool. Why is this floating here? Cannot allow, must destroy, you gotta go. But basically, I think this is going to be the new city location. I really love the place. Now, the only downside is I think I have to tweak my brightness settings a little bit. I'll play with it in between episodes because the stone looks a little too bright. You see that? It's kind of hard to look at, and I don't really like that so much. I love the shader pack, but that it has to be tweaked a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to do is probably play around with a few building styles, and we're just going to kind of get a little palette going here. A little bit of a mess around with some different stuff. And basically, I'm just going to build myself a little ghetto storage area for now, like a little house with some storage. And that's going to probably be a temporary house, just to kind of mess around with some of the possibilities of the building style, because we don't want it to look anything like we have down in the other area of Hadensburg. Hadensburg? Is that what I said? Yeah, Hadensburg. We don't want the little small town look of Hadensburg to come across in this area. We want it to be a lot more city-like. And I do want to keep it kind of like, I don't know, not really fantasy, like kind of fantasy, but like medievally kind of times. Like we're not going for modern builds, basically, is what I'm saying, you know? We're not really feeling the modern vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of playing around with the building. I'll bring you guys back once I have kind of an idea of maybe what we'll go for. I'll build a couple mock-ups around and stuff like that, just for us to get a view of what we might be doing, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so I'm back and I'm trying to play around with a little bit of a design for kind of the building style for this kind of city I'm thinking. And I wanted to work with some white blocks like snow, for example. Since we're here, we don't have concrete powder in this because we're not on a snapshot, and it's because I'm using Optifine. With the shaders, we don't have that just yet. So that's not really an option for us. I was thinking maybe a little bit of oak, definitely spruce logs because we're up in the mountainy area. So I've been growing some spruce trees, he said, knowing the words that he intended to speak. And I was just kind of playing around with like a color design. As much as I want to use the snow, I don't think that's going to be a thing for us, honestly. I don't really know. Maybe one day. But I don't know about today. Maybe we want to use a darker wood as well. Let's see. Let's try that out. Darker wood might be a little bit better. We got dark oak here. Let's try that. We'll do a little bit of that. And then we'll try the spruce as well. I definitely like the spruce more already. The only problem is, I feel like, is that too bland? Is it? I don't know. Is it? I can't really tell. But yeah, this is kind of the style I'm going to go for, or the palette, we should say. Not the style, because I'm not sure on the building style. I don't know how the buildings are physically going to be built, but I do like the color choices, to say the least. So that's an interesting idea we have. Now, I'm not sure exactly what we want to do. I'm just going to build a very basic little house here. Basic little thing. We're going to get our storage going, and then by the next episode, I think I'm going to have come up with a new building style to show you guys. But for now, we're going to go with this very, very basic design because it will get the job done, and we can't really complain about that because it'll be good to go. So, do I want to build? I don't care, whatever. No, not snow blocks. But yeah, we're going to go with a simple design. So I'm going to get this built up. Something very simple, like I said. Nothing special. We're just really messing around with the color scheme, and then I'll bring you guys back once we're ready to show it off. This is kind of small, actually, because this is going to be a storage area for now. And like I said, between episodes, I will figure out the real kind of building style that we want to play with here, or at least something similar, so we can kind of have a theme versus just kind of winging it, because then when you wing it, sometimes it doesn't always work out the way you plan. So I'm just going to kind of be prepared. I don't want to, like, it's one thing to say, oh, let's just try this and try that. That's fine. But when it comes to one big thing, like a whole city, you're going to want everything to feel like it fits and it should belong. So that's kind of what my goal is here. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant to pick out exactly what I want to do right away without kind of spending some more time off camera thinking about it, playing around, going into creative mode possibly, and just messing with stuff. So I'm going to get this built, bring you guys back in a little bit, and we'll continue on. Alright, so we're back, and I have what is basically just a very, very simple version of what we're going to be building like, kind of, in this area. Now, couple things. There is no detail on this house. Nothing detailed about it. So don't think this is what our city is going to look like. This is a very poor representation, but there are a couple things I wanted to talk to you guys about with this build. Primarily that we are going to have to rely on the house as the prime source of detail. Like, if we think to Hadensburg, the little town we just finished, is that what I called it? I hope it is, because I don't want to sound like a fool in my own video. Well, I always sound like a fool in my videos, right? Yeah, so what's the problem? Anyways, we can't really rely on things like putting bushes down around the buildings as much. That kind of thing is going to be harder to rely on due to the fact that this is going to be more of a city-like urbanized area. Not urban like modern, but like, you know, more of a city. Oop, I'm going to go sleep real quick because I don't want to get murdered. So creepy in the dark in this shader pack, man. Shadows everywhere. But anyways, we can't rely on things like just overgrown bushes and grass all over the place for detail as much, because this is going to be more paved. I want like city cobblestone paths or stuff like that. So I think we're going to have to really work hard to get these houses looking very nice. And so that means the houses themselves are going to have to be a lot more creative than what we dealt with in the original town. And the city's going to be a lot more challenging, I think, for me to build in, but at the same time, should be a lot of fun. And like I said, this is nothing but a storage house, which is not going to represent how the city's built. So don't worry, this is not how everything is going to turn out in the end. So please don't freak out about that, obviously. Not going to be how it is. Bam, bam. I'm just going to set up some chests real quick to get everything going. Get some storage going. But yeah, this is basically the color palette that I like. I might try and incorporate a little bit of snow. I like these. The oak and the spruce combine really well to have a very good texture. I think I want to build with a lot more of it. Like, not as spaced out as this even. Like, if we take these guys off, we start adding a bit more, really kind of evening it out almost to like a 50-50 ratio. I think we'd have a really nice look going on for us. Something like this. And this would be like the textures for the wood of the house. And I think that looks real good already. And then from there, adding in a little bit more stone, some nice windows. I want to build these houses a lot larger, A lot more windows, a lot more of a city kind of feel instead of that small town kind of looking house. But yeah, this is kind of the vibe that we're going to go for. But I actually spent quite a bit of time moving stuff and doing some things off camera, gathering resources. So that's going to be it for today. We might be a little bit short, but that means we're going to have a lot of progress to make between episodes, and in the next one we get to start on the new city. I'm excited to get building in a different style. The farming town of Hadensburg turned out really nice. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and make sure to share the video with a friend. It's way too bright. Let's look over here. There we go. I'm not staring at the sun now. Share the video with a friend so they can come and hang out with us too. Till next time, guys, I've been Chief Long Socks. Take it easy, and adios. Bye-bye. See you next time, and have a good day, or night, or possibly afternoon? Yeah, okay. Works for me.